The key aspect of the turnaround story at Sierra has been the gathering of an excellent team of professionals. I always say in mining, the most important thing are the deposits, but right next to it, the team. If you have the deposits, get the best team you can get, and things will come in place.
Hello to those tuning in to the Assay TV, where we're on day 2 of our London mining investment event. Today I'm joined by Ernesto Balarezo, the Director and CEO of Sierra Metals. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Katie.
So just to kick things off, for those who aren't as familiar, can you give us an insight into Sierra?
Sure. We're a Canadian listed company, a mining company focused on copper mostly. We have 2 operations right now in the Americas, one in Mexico and one in Peru. Overall, we'll be producing this year a little bit over 80 million pounds of equivalent copper, and probably in the next 2 years we'll increase that to more than 100 million. So that's a little bit of, and we have a great land package of exploration properties.
Great. And in terms of strategies and plans to create shareholder value, what is Sierra putting into place there?
Well, we have been very focused on processes and systems, get them aligned with what we want of the organization, and also deploying capital, both human and financial capital, in a smart way throughout the operations. Those are as highlights. Then I can say I'm going to divide the answer in 3. The current operations, we are on the final stage of getting the 1120 permit. This would allow Yauricocha, this is in Yauricocha. We are going to be able to mine below a certain level. Below this certain level is where we have the big mineral resources at Yauricocha. Right now we're operating at 2,200 ton a day. With this permit, we'll be able to ramp it up to 3,600, 40% increase in production. This is going to be a game changer for Yauricocha. It's going to reduce costs, increase production, like I said. And in Bolivar, we do want to increase production, but we need to build a tailing dam first. A big one that is going to last for many, many years. We already have the equipment in place. We already have the equipment in our warehouse to increase production, probably by 50%. But first, we need to build these tailings dams. So we have an excellent projects team that is focused on this new project. Very important for us. Then on the organic growth side, I would say, well, we have a big land package of properties. In Mexico, more than 90,000 hectares, and in Peru, more than 10,000 hectares. The 90,000 hectares are divided in 7 projects. We have drilled most of them, and we will be looking to JV, to partner in some of these projects throughout the year. And lastly, the M&A story. We're in the Americas. We are, from here, we know from Canada to the Patagonia, so why not think about a 3rd operation in the next few months. So we'll be looking into that. Although sometimes it's better not to do anything on that regard, but we'll be looking to get a 3rd operation in our portfolio.
And before we get onto the turnaround story a little bit more, you have been appointed as a new CEO. Can you go into that a little bit more? What's your background there? What's your expertise?
Well, I've been in mining for the last 30 years mostly. Worked at Hochschild Mining for 17 years, then at Goldfields, with a responsibility in Goldfields for the Americas. I was the vice president for the Americas. Always in the operation side. I have been focused throughout my life, my professional life in mining, very much in the operation side. So that's where I come from. And I was asked by the current board of Sierra in the beginning of the year to come and help the turnaround of Sierra.
And let's get into the turnaround. What's been happening there?
Oh, thank you for the question, Katie. Sierra has been living very challenging times. I would say that the key aspect of the turnaround story at Sierra has been the gathering of an excellent team of professionals. That's I always say it. In mining, the most important thing are the deposits, but right next to it, the team. If you have the deposits, get the best team you can get, and things will come in place. And we have been doing that throughout the year. I can say now that I'm very proud of what we have accomplished with the team. We have been focusing in positive cash flows at the operations. Both operations are positive in their cash flows, reducing costs, increased production as well. And we have been doing this in a safe and responsible manner, with working with the communities, respecting the environment. I think that has been and hard work. I mean, yes. Hard work.
Well, as you've just said, your balance sheet obviously reflects all the hard work you've been doing. What do you plan to do to keep improving that balance sheet?
We have been focused in a number of initiatives here. The first one, and the most important one, positive cash flows. That has to be accomplished, and we have in both operations. Also, the lenders of Sierra has been very supportive. In Q2 of this year, we were able to refinance our debt repayments for this year. And in Q3, we successfully make a private placement, raise of capital with current shareholders, and the management team as well participated in this. We raised $12 million, which is a very important part of our market cap at that time. Now we have increased that market cap. And I think this is very, very important. We recovered the confidence and the support of shareholders. Management also put their money into this private placement. So we are all putting our money where our mouth is, like they say. So that we have done that for our balance sheet. We have also put Cusi. Cusi was our third operation in Mexico as well. But Cusi has been losing money for us for many, many years. So a hard decision needed to be made. We've made that decision. We've put it in current maintenance, and now we're in a selling process of Cusi. So we stopped the bleeding, putting Cusi in current maintenance. So that, I think that also has contributed to the reinforcement of the balance sheet.
Excellent. Well, I guess as a roundup to this interview, what can investors look out for in the short term, some catalysts they'd like to highlight?
Well, we are living at Sierra a very positive momentum. I think what's expected of us right now is the 1120 permit. I haven't talked about the 1120 permit at Yauricocha. The 1120 permit will allow us to increase production at Yauricocha, and we should be getting that permit in the next few weeks. We are going to go from 2,200 ton a day in Yauricocha to 3,600 ton a day by year end, by next year. That will be a game changer for Yauricocha. Then the refinance of the debt. Like I said, lenders are supportive of us, and we are already negotiating a big refinance of the whole debt. Then Cusi, like I mentioned, for sale. Growth of our resources. We are still drilling our deposits. Actually, this year we have already replaced and even put more mineral resources in our base. Then JVs, like I said, for this big land package, more than 100,000 hectares between Mexico and Peru. And a third operation. Like I said, we will be very happy to get another operation in our portfolio. I think we are ready, and always with safety and respect for environment and communities. Safety is my number one concern, always.
It's certainly great to hear the impressive turnaround that Sierra's gone through, and we thank you so much for spending some time with us today.
Oh, thank you very much, Katie.